Tito Nobulu is right there in Texas. I mean, we have to wake you up this morning and all that for us to actually hear from you, the Tigers' performance right there in China. Good morning, and it's good to have you. Hope you're fully awake now.
Ah, come on, man. I'm fully awake. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, let me start with this. I mean, Femi just alluded that, look, there are top Nigerian stars right there in the NBA who would want to play at the Olympics. Would you want Coach Alex Warner to actually alter this team?
I mean, why not? If there is still quality available there, and like Femi perfectly put it, the layer of playing in the Olympics. I mean, I think it's one of the great achievements in your career, the fact that you're able to represent your country at the Olympic Games. Whether we like it or not, a lot of these guys will never have an opportunity, a great opportunity to play for the United States as much as they would love to. And if you can still represent, your real home country, which is Nigeria at the Olympics, I mean, why not? The fact that it's a growing team you have right now. It was Ike Diogu who said at the post-game conference after the win against the host team China that this is like the golden age of basketball in Nigeria.
Do you
I just
agree
feel
with
like,
that?
yeah. I mean, why not? This, like Femi rightly said, this is the best performance of any Nigerian team outside the shores of Africa in any global type competition. This is just incredible. It's not like this is exactly where we wanted to be, because trust me, if we beat Russia, I keep going back to it. If we beat Russia in the very first game,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll still be very much alive somehow in the competition, right? So, but I mean, you take away the loss against Russia, and you still look at a lot of positives to pick from how the team performed. There's room for improvement without question, but there's still a lot of positives to take. And then you look at the fact that we can now actually add some more quality to the guys we currently have. I just feel like there are greater times ahead of us.
All right, I totally agree with you, Tunde. Yeah, you've talked about all the positives, and it's all good talking about all that. But surely there are a few negatives out there. Which one do you, really notice?
Well, I felt like the team was so dependent on ISO basketball. The ball didn't quite move as much as I would have loved it to move, and then there wasn't much of player movement. Our pick and roll offense was pretty much non-existent.
Wow.
It was just the team was heavy on ISO ball. Al Farouk Aminu trying to create stuff, and it wasn't quite working. And the game has turned to a game where you try to get your best shooters open to take wide open shots instead of trying to force the issue. So that is one area where I feel like if the team can commit more to working on those kind of things, pick and roll, moving the ball, moving players, and sharing the basketball, perhaps we would have a little bit more success going down the line. I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that you still need quality in the team to be able to execute,
Right.
all these things, But hey, if you can work on those, and they're pretty much fundamentals of basketball.
Right.
If you can work on them with intelligence in the team, I feel like we can do a lot better in future competitions.
All right, future competitions. The next one is the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. It's just 319 days to go, so I mean, it's not too far away. What would you tell the sport minister who's been following the progress of this team ever since he came into office? What would you tell him if you had a chance meeting with him in terms of getting set for the summer games?
I mean, so easy, man. You have to continue to lend support to the team. If a team has, supposed hardship, being able to achieve this kind of success they achieved at the World Cup,
True.
then you can't go less than this. I mean, the sports minister is new in office. It's an opportunity to actually make a shout for himself, make a name for himself. Look, it wasn't my tenure. The team actually did a lot better in the Olympics, better than we've ever seen before. Lend all the support. We can't be having issue with finances at this level. in global development. It's pretty much a crime to me that
Yeah.
the team is trying to prepare for a global championship and they are still coming on Twitter to say they've not been paid allowances and stipends.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. We cannot afford for that, to happen. And it's not just a basketball thing. It goes to all the sports where Nigeria would have representation when the Olympics kick in 2020. You have to make sure it starts with the finances. The sportsmen and women have to be fully motivated. If I had an opportunity to say to them, I'd be like, if there's no money right now, you have till 2020
I mean,
to make all to make all the arrangements you got to make and make sure there's money available, funding for all the teams and all the individuals that are representing Nigeria.
all right. Thank you very much. Hopefully the authorities are listening and they're going to do the right thing going into the Olympic Games next year in Tokyo. Ayatunde Olambolu, thank you very much for joining us again. You can go back to your sleep now. And we'll be getting you on subsequent programs. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Fantastic.
Ayatunde Olambolu, basketball writer with B-Ball Night Jazz, now based in Texas.